Hi, thanks for joining me. Today we're going through a reformer workout, but this workout is a request from one of my members to do some jumping on the foot bar. So if you don't have the jump board, but you want to do some jumping, this is the class for you. I also have a few other classes that do the same thing where we're jumping on the foot bar, and those are called Blue Spring Bounce. And so if you do a search in the search bar for Blue Spring Bounce, all of the Blue Spring Bounce classes will come up. Those classes are done on only a medium spring the entire class. This class will be a little different. We're going to change the weight throughout the class. Now, as far as the props for today's class, you'll need your Pilates box and you'll need a mini ball. Now, I have an optional moon box you can see on the other side because my machine is 18 inches tall. So when I do scooter work of any kind, I like to be a little propped up to keep my hips level. So if you have a high machine as well, that's an optional prop you might want to grab. Start with your foot bar in the down position. 2 heavy red springs and a very heavy green. Now, if you don't have the very heavy green, you can always swap that out for a heavy red. And over here, your element straps are going to be your double loops because I'll be putting my forearm in that little loop. So I want to have that little loop option. Start with your foot bar down. Start with your mini ball, and we're going to go ahead and lay down on your back. I've got my timer too because we will be timing segments of this class today. Make sure you're a little bit away from the shoulder blocks. You're going to bring your legs into tabletop, draw those abdominals in, draw your ribs in, let your shoulders just kind of relax and soften into the carriage. Go ahead and take your ball onto your knees and take your hands onto the ball. Now, without imprinting the spine, I want you to take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze the ball with your hands, squeeze it with your knees, but don't tuck your tailbone. Keep that tailbone heavy and keep that neutral pelvis. With your inhale, release the squeeze, and we'll go again. So you exhale, draw your ribs in, draw your abs in, relax your shoulders down, squeezing the ball. And inhale, releasing the ball. So it's just that little squeeze and draw in, staying neutral in your pelvis, and that inhale to release. Exhale, squeeze and draw in, and inhale, release. Keep doing that. I know I'm in Florida, so I should not be complaining, but it's definitely cold. We're having that cold streak that everybody else is getting, but cold here, the low is 39, which is really cold for us. So this is going to build up some heat. So you exhale and squeeze. Inhale, release. Now hold your squeeze the next time and just do little pulses, pulsing that ball, little tiny pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the ball on the left knee and hold it with the right hand only. Left arm goes to the ceiling. So your right leg and your left arm are going to reach out in opposition. You go a little to the side of the shoulder block and then come right back in. You're reaching out the right leg, left arm, and then coming back in. Just continue to stay neutral in your pelvis and press that ball into the left knee and into the left hand. Whatever breath pattern works for you. Let's go 3 more, please. And 2 more. And 1 more. When you're back to table, take the arm and leg in opposition away from each other out to the side, and then squeeze it back to the center. Now, as you abduct to the side, keep your left hip grounded. It's going to want to lift here, but you're not going so far out that it does lift. So keep that hip down, keep your abdominals drawing in. Again, we're not tucked and scooped. We're in that neutral spine. Just a few more of this, and then we're going to put the 2 together. Inhale, open. Exhale, zip to close. Last 2. 1 more. And now the combination. The leg and arm go long to the foot bar and tower. And they come in, and then they open out to the side and come in. So we're going long and in and open to the side and in. Keep pressing into that ball. Just a gentle squeeze. Feel those abdominals drawing in. And hopefully you're starting to build a lot of heat here. Warming it up. We'll go for 4. 3 more rounds. Use your breath to help. Every time you exhale, those deepest core muscles will automatically kick in. And this will be your last one in each. And one more of the final. And come to the center. Pop that ball between your knees. Take your hands, grab your pegs, slide the shoulders down your back. Let's go ahead and squeeze that ball nice and tight and let your knees go all the way to the right. Oh, I got a nice good pop. And then back to the center. And then all the way to the left. Another good pop and back to the center. It's probably one of my favorite things to do when I get on the reformer. I do this one every time I get on the reformer. So as you're going with your knees to the left, keep that right shoulder down so you can get that stretch. And then you press that right hip back down. And then when you go to the right with your knees, let that left shoulder stay down. And then back to the center. We'll just do a few more of these side to side. And then we'll go back to our second side of the exercise we were just at. Good. Now let's go one more. And then you'll come all the way back to the center. Now pop that ball on the left knee and the right knee and the left hand. So we have that diagonal connection. Reach the right arm to the ceiling, left leg in table. Reach the arm and leg in opposition. And then exhale, pull them back in. Big inhale, and use that exhale to draw your ribs in and draw your abs in. So you're going long on the inhale, exhale to pull in. Again, it's not a push 100% of your effort pushing into the ball, just enough effort that you start to feel kind of that pressing of the arm and leg, feeling that open energy in your abs, that nice and heat you're building. Good. This will be your last one. And now we're going to open and close. Left knee goes left, right arm goes right, and then pull it back to the center. Keep that right hip down. Opening and closing. Good. And opening and closing. Nice work. 2 more here, then we'll put it all together, 1 of each, and I think we'll be nice and warmed up when we're finished. So go long first, and then back to the ceiling, and then open to the side, and back to the center. Reaching long, and coming in, and open, and zipping back up. Good. Nice work. 3 more rounds through, 3 more of each. Here's 2. 1 more. And then when you're back to the center, pop that ball between the knees 1 more time. Grab onto those pegs again and let your knees go all the way to the right, dropping that left shoulder down. And big exhale to the center. All the way to the left, dropping the right shoulder down and back to the center. We'll do that a few more times, right and left. And then we're going to get right into our footwork and bridging. We're doing a footwork bridging combination today. We'll do 1 more right and 1 more left. Good. Come all the way to the center, give yourself a hug, and let's roll up and put that foot bar in the up position. We don't need to change the weight. You're already on either those 3 heavy reds or 2 heavy reds and a very heavy green. I'm going to get my timer ready to go as well. Please make sure your headrest is down. You're going to pop that ball between your knees. Your heels are on sit bones distance apart. So I want you to start lifting your hips up into a hinge, squeezing the ball, and then lower down to a hover. So we're lifting those hips up into a hinge and then lowering to a hover. Or you can rest all the way down if you need to. Good. So we're lifting up and lowering down. We're going to go 30 seconds lifting and lowering and then hold it at the top. Good. So the next time you're at the top, you're going to stay up at the top, hold your hips high, and push the carriage all the way out and all the way in. So our headrest is down because our hips are high. We're squeezing that ball tight, going all the way out and all the way back in. Whatever breath pattern works for you, as long as you're taking those nice deep inhales through the nose and big exhales through the mouth. Now our final 30 seconds is going to be the combination of the two exercises. So when you're back into the bumper stay, you're going to go down and up one time, and then out and in one time. Going down and up, holding that ball tight as you go out and in. Again, going down and up, and out and in. We're going to do 3 sets of this. The first one's on the heels, and then we'll slide to the toes for the second round. 10 more seconds. Take your time though, no need to rush. Nice and slow. We'll do that one more time, down and up, and then out and in, and then come all the way home and switch to your toes. So now your toes are on the bar, your heels are lifted high, you're squeezing the ball. Again, let's hinge our hips up for the first 30 seconds and lower down to a hover. I keep saying hover and then I keep resting. So you can rest if you need, hover if you're okay. Good. I was complaining my whole weekend to my family because my abs are so sore. I had filmed I'm not sure exactly when it'll come out, a little bit after this class, a mat class using the stability ball. And I was like, my abs are just on fire. Everyone's like, I want to do that class. I'm like, okay, go ahead and lift your hips up. Now we're going to push all the way out and all the way in. That's why it's so important to mix everything up, because of the specificity of training, which basically means if you continue to do the same thing over and over, your body kind of gets used to it. So we always want to make sure that we're changing the variety of what we're doing. And I definitely felt that with the change of you working that stability ball on the mat, because I had not done that in a long time. Now after one more, we're going to go combo. So let's stay in, down and up, and then out and in. Good. So hold that ball tight, down and up. I just blew this ball up, so it's trying to leave me. I got to squeeze it tighter. It's a little hard to hold. And down. Good. So we're going down and up and out and in. About 10 more seconds, and then we'll get to our third variation, and that's going to be in a little turnout position. So this will be your last one. Good. Now come all the way down. Pop that ball between your heels. Let your knees fall wide to the sides of the room. Toes are still on the bar. Again, 30 seconds. We're going to lift the hips straight up and lower down to a hover or rest. Squeeze the ball to lift and then lower. We also just got the OOVs back out after a while, so I had a request for an OOV class that's coming pretty soon as well. And I had clients texting me after like, wow, I really feel my abs. I'm like, yep. That's the OOV for you. You're going to feel a lot of ab work. But if you don't have the OOV, you can definitely follow along. I give you lots of modifications. Now when you're up the next time, you're going to stay at the top. Let's push out, squeezing the ball, and come into the bumper. Pushing all the way out and coming into the bumper. Good. Really hold that ball tight. Think of zipping up the inside of the leg and peeling it apart to come in. Really nice work. Get about 5 more seconds, and then we'll do our combination, and then I think we'll be ready for our first jump. So when you're into the bumper the next time, let's go down and up, please. Stay up nice and high and push out and in. So you're going down and up and pushing out and in. Don't forget that ball. Give it a nice big hug. Good. About 15 more seconds. Good. Now our jump intervals will be about 3 minutes, depending on what position we're in, but the first few will definitely be 3 minutes. So come all the way down. Let's go ahead and come up and change our weight. So give yourself a big hug. Good. Let's come all the way up and get ready for our first jump segment. So I'm just going to set my ball to the side so it's out of the way. I'm going to put on one heavy red and one medium blue, but if you have that very heavy green, you might want to take that option for a little more challenge. So go ahead and lay onto your back. You can put your headrest up if you like to see your feet better for jumps. So I'm going to have my feet all the way together, and we're going to start with that tailbone heavy, ribs in. Nice big inhale as you jump, and exhale as you land. Now you can also have your hands behind your head, lifting your head. That might feel a little better for you to be able to spot the feet a little better. Every 30 seconds, we're going to be switching what we're doing. Since I'm holding my timer, I'll use my left hand to hold my head and right hand to hold my timer, just so we don't lose it during class. That happens sometimes. All right, so nice big jumps. Next 30 seconds, you're in a little V position, heels together, toes apart. Again, we're on one heavy red, one medium blue. The heavier weight we're on, the quicker we're going to get back to that jump board, or that foot bar today. So just know if you feel like you're moving too quick and you can't keep up with the jump, you can put a little less effort, maybe a smaller jump, or you can always lower the weight if you need to. Good. Next 30 seconds, parallel, sits bones distance apart. So we're nice and parallel with those feet. As you jump, you want to think about landing ball of the foot, and letting that heel release down, and then pointing the feet as you jump. So I'm trying to reach from the crown of the head to my toes. That longest position I can make with my whole body. Now at about 10 seconds, we're going to go to our final position, which is going to be a wide V position. So here we go. Take that wide V position. So I got my toes nice and wide, my heels turned in. Big inhales to jump and big exhales to land. Now with jumping, you're in charge of the intensity. I can make it bigger, more power, more explosion. That's going to make it harder. Or I can keep it a little smaller. Those bigger jumps definitely burn through the legs, and you got to pace yourself. We've got 1 minute left to go. So back to your first position, we're going to go 4 times here, feet together, all the way. And then 4 times in our little V. Heels together, toes apart. 4 times parallel, sits bones distance apart. And then 4 times in that wide V, as wide as we can go. Again, make it big if you need. Now let's go back to the first position for 2. So all the way together, 2. And then to that little V for 2. And parallel sits bones distance 2. And then nice and wide for 2. Now you probably guessed it, we're going to singles now, 1 of each. Together, little V, parallel, big V. Keep that single leg pattern going. About 10 more seconds left here in this interval. Good. Let's go 1 more time through. And then you can come all the way home and rest. Now come up and grab your ball. So you're going to have that ball handy. And then go ahead and lay back down. So I'm going to take the ball in the right hand, and I'm going to grab both of my straps. So I've got my little loops in my hands, and I'm holding the ball in my right hand. Reach the arms up to the ceiling, and reach your legs into tabletop. So you're going to be squeezing your knees together, holding that ball with the right hand. Open the arms out to a letter T, bring them together, and switch the ball to the left hand. Open to a letter T, and switch. Now my knees are lined up with my hips, my shins are parallel to the floor, and my tailbone's really heavy. Keeping those ribs and abs in. Catching your breath from that jump segment. We're going to be about 3 minutes here, and then we'll go back to jumping again. Now when the ball is in the right hand, you're going to extend the right leg. And then when the ball goes over to the left hand, you're going to extend the left leg. So I'm going from right to left. Make sure those hands are not back behind your shoulders. You want to keep pushing that carriage away from the bumper. Nice. The next time the ball is in the right hand, we're going to stay there. So when the ball's in the right hand, the left leg is long. So the right leg is long, sorry. So the right leg is long, the ball's in the right hand. Nod your chin, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, thread the ball through the back of the left leg, lower back down, and repeat. So we're going to lift, change the ball to the right, and lower. Lift, change the ball to the left, and lower. Good. 3 more. Here's 3 and 2. When the ball's behind the knee, grab it with your knee, hold it tight, hands by your sides, head down, triceps, bend your arms, straighten your arms. Bend your arms, straighten your arms. Now when you straighten your arms, you can kick your right leg to the ceiling. And when you bend your arms, you can kick the right leg to the foot bar. Good. Nice work. Last 3. Pressing those arms long. Last 2. And 1 more. Good. Grab the ball with the left hand. Bring the arms to the ceiling, legs in tabletop, and we're going from the beginning. So arms open to a T, balls in the left hand, they close, balls in the right hand as you open again. Again, keep pushing into those straps to make sure that your hands don't go past your shoulders by the tower, but they're staying nice and still under your shoulders. Now when the ball goes back to the left, we're going to send that right leg long. And when it goes back to the right, we're going to send the left leg long. And don't get boggled down with which arm and leg are moving together. As long as you're moving, you're fine. And then when we get to the end, we'll do the second side. Good. Last 4 and 3. Now we're going to end when the right leg is in table this time and the arms are out to a T. Lift your head, thread the ball under the right knee, lower back down. Lift your head, thread under the right knee, and lower down. Keep that left leg long. It can go higher if you need. Last 3. Last 2. When the ball is underneath the right hamstring, hold it with the right hamstring. Press those arms to the mat. We're going to go straight up with the arms and straight back down. Nice straight arm press and pulling down. Your left leg will pull up when the arms go down and down when the arms come up. Up when the arms go down and down when the arms come up. Good. Nice work. Last 3 here, and then we'll get back into our jumps. And last 2, and 1 more. Good. Take the ball in your hands, set your feet down, and put your straps away. All right, let's go ahead and come up. We're going to change the weight. I'll set my ball to the side again. Now I'm just dropping myself to 1 heavy red spring, and then we're going to lay back down. We're doing another 3-minute jump segment that's going to combine double leg and single leg jumps. So go ahead and have your head down if you like. You can lift it if you like. We're going to start with the both feet together all the way, and I want you to jump just 4 times with those feet all the way together. We're going to repeat the 4 things that we did before. Now let's go 4 times in a little V. 4, 3, 2, and then 4 times parallel, sits bones distance apart. And then 4 times in a big V. Now every time we're parallel, it's going to be single leg jumps, and every time we're turned out, it's going to be double leg jumps. Now come back to the beginning. Your right leg goes over the foot bar, left leg goes over the foot bar. Right leg goes over, left, little V, both legs jump. 4, 3, 2, back to right leg over the foot bar, but we're sits bones distance apart. 4, and then left, 3, 2, wide V for 4. Let's do that again 4 times through. Again, I'm on that 1 heavy red spring. Back together, right leg over, 4, 3, alternating 2. Both legs land in your V, 4, 3, 2, alternating right and left in your turned out, or your parallel, excuse me, sits bones distance apart. And then into that wide V for 4. Now let's break it down into 2s for the next time through. So all the way together, right leg over, left leg over. 2 little V's, sits bones distance apart. Right leg over, left leg over, 2 big V's. Good. Let's start from the beginning again. Single leg in your parallel, right leg over, left leg over. Little V, turn out both legs. Sits bones distance apart. Right leg over, left leg over, and then wide V. We're almost at that 3-minute mark. Starting again, 2 of each. We're not going to go to singles. We're doing doubles as our least. Both legs, little V. Singles for your parallel. Both legs, big V. We've got 2 more times through. Nice and big. Land left, land right. Double little V. Singles parallel. Land left, land right. Double big V. Last time through. Land left all the way together. Land right, little V. Again, parallel sit bones distance. Land left, land right, big V. Nice work. Come all the way in and relax. Good job. Let's come up and grab your box. So you're going to need your box, short box, up against the shorter blocks. Now you're also going to need your ball, and we're going to change our weight to 1 medium blue spring. I'm going to kneel with my knees up against the box and the ball between my knees, giving it just a little squeeze to help me activate my inner thighs. Now reach for your straps and put those little loops in your hands. Your arms are going to go right by your sides, shoulders down your back, tailbone dropping down. Pull the arms back behind you and hold them. Open the arms to the sides for 6, close. Open 5, close. 4, keep squeezing the ball. 3, 2, and 1. When you're back to the center, the arms go forward and you go again. Press the arms back, this time ladder for 5. Open, close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms to the front. Now for 4, press it back. Good. Lengthen 4. Keep pushing back. That carriage should stay still. When the arms are by your hips, come forward. We're going for 3. Press back. You've got it. Here's 3, 2, 1. Go forward. Last one. Sorry, 2. So open and close. And then come forward. Now's the last one. I wanted to get it over with, right? Open and close and forward. Press your arms back and hold. Press your hips back and hold. Triceps bend and press. I'm going to really push my shins down into that carriage, draw my shoulders down my back, and lift my sternum nice and tall. Good work. Last 3, 2, and 1. When your arms are back, hold it, lift yourself up, and release your arms, put your straps away. Okay, back to jumping. We're going to jump kneeling. I'm going to keep it on that medium blue spring. I'd like for you to take the ball between the right knee and the box and hold it there. Elbows on the box, left foot on that foot bar. Now we're going to start hopping on the left foot, and it can be just a little bitty hop. So you're exhaling, hopping away. This is going to be a blind landing, so we have to really work our proprioception. That means our ability to know where our body is in space. And that's one of the things we really want to improve anyway as we're getting more into our Pilates practice. Good. So it can start very small. You can even keep the leg a little bent if you feel more comfortable there. As you get more and more comfortable, you can make that jump a little bigger. So I'm hopping away. I'm trying to reach from the crown of the head to my toes. Now, if you're okay with this, you're going to start to add a little glute squeeze. So I'm just going to lift the leg above the foot bar just an inch, and then coming back to land. Make sure this is all moving from your glute. You're not arching your back, staying connected through your powerhouse. 30 more seconds on this side. Good. Keep pushing into those forearms. Try not to sag your shoulders down, right? We're going to keep those shoulders away from the ears. Drawing those ribs in, drawing those abs in. You've got 10 more seconds of jumping on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Now don't jump, but push the left leg straight. Hold that left leg all the way straight. Push your forearms into the box, pull those abdominals in, and we're going to roll that ball up to the top of the box and lower it down for a minute. So we're rolling up to the top and back down. If you find this is too challenging with your left foot on the foot bar, please put your left foot on the gray surface. The higher that left leg is, the harder this is going to be. Now, if you're wanting even more of a challenge, when you roll the ball up, you can hold it and pulse the ball into the box. 2, 1, and then lower. So you're going up, pulse, 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 and then lower. So you're coming up, pulse, 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 and then lower. For the last 15 seconds, you can stay up and pulse if you want, holding at the top. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down and rest. Really good. We got the second side to go. I don't know why I decided to blow my ball up. It's really hard, this blown up. So I've got the ball between my box and my left knee. My right foot is on the foot bar. Very carefully, you're going to start to float away. Just little hops away. You're maybe moving an inch off of that foot bar. So great to train your brain for this blind landing. As you feel more stable, more comfortable, make it bigger. I am drawing those abdominals in. I'm pushing into those forearms and lengthening my spine. Good. Now, only if you feel comfortable with it, if you feel confident in your ability to land on that foot bar, you're going to add a little glute squeeze. Again, it's not a big squeeze, it's just a squeeze of that bottom to lift the leg. A squeeze of the bottom to lift the leg. Got about 30 more seconds here. Good. Keep nice and strong. Again, you can always make this as small as you'd like, as big as you're comfortable with. 15 to go, and then we have our second side of our plank. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come in. You're going to push all the way out, hold that right leg straight, and start to roll the ball up the box and down the box. Same thing as on the other side. You can always bring your right foot to the gray surface. A little bit lower leg is going to make it a little bit less challenging. If you're wanting something more challenging, you can hold the ball up, pulse, 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 and then lower. Hold it up, pulse, 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 and then lower. I'll let you know at the 15-second mark, when there's 15 seconds left to go, you might want to choose the option of holding the ball up the whole time. So we have about 15 seconds left. You can hold up with me or keep doing what you were doing. Squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Come home. You can remove the box, you can remove the ball, and we're going to move on to the next set of jumps. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my box to the side. and lay back down. Now I'm going to put my headrest back up. You can join me with the headrest up. You can also join me with your head up. So I want you to start with the right leg in table, and your left leg is going to be the jumper. So I've got my left hand supporting my head. I'm going to start floating away. This is the lightest that we've jumped on. We did it kneeling, and now we're doing it laying down. So every time you exhale, feel that heavy stack of books right at your navel getting heavier. Feel that belly button drawing deeper. Right now we're parallel, but let's go to turn out. So both legs turn out. That right leg's in a turned out tabletop, and your left knee's turned out to the left. Now with ab jumps, you're always exhaling as you float and inhaling as you land. That just helps you recruit the abdominals a little bit better when you're floating away. Good. Nice work. Now we're going to alternate the two. One time you're going to land parallel, and then the next time you're going to land turn out. And then you're going to land parallel and turn out. And parallel and turn out. Notice every time you land, your knee bends deeply, and every time you jump, your leg straightens. The next time you're back to parallel, stay parallel, but push out until your left leg is all the way straight and hold it straight. Now take your heel down and do a little flick of your ankle to jump. So this is just a little ankle jump. We're only moving maybe an inch off of the foot bar. I like jumping on the foot bar here because the heel can go under, so you get a nice stretch. When you're doing this on the jump board, you don't get that heel under the bar motion. Good. So we're doing little ankle jumps. Notice your knee is not bending at all. Now we're going to take these ankle jumps from left to right. So jump one more left, and then land right. And then land left, and then land right. Again, you're looking towards your feet, spotting your landing. Kind of like you're prancing. So knees don't bend, not a big jump, just a little float away. Now, can you keep this jump going, but do a straight leg scissor? So one leg up, one down. So kind of like from our mat series, the single leg straight, just on the reformer with a little fun jump. In 10 seconds, we'll go back to the bent leg, still from the ankles. So instead of the leg to the ceiling being straight, go ahead and bend it again. Single leg stretch. And then the next time that your left leg's in table, you're going to jump on the right leg. Little ankle jumps on the right leg. Kind of working our way backwards on this side. We'll do those little ankle jumps for about 30 seconds total, and then go into the knee jumps on this side. Again, this is our last set of jumps. Good. And now next time you land, bend your right knee and push away. A little slower tempo and push away. Good. In 10 seconds, we're going to go to the turnout position. Hopefully you're feeling those abs working. Now into your turnout, knees turn out, heels turn in. Exhale, float. Inhale, land. The last variation is going to be the combination parallel turnout in 15 seconds. Make every jump your best. Good. Now here we go. Parallel one time. Turnout one time. Parallel one time. Turnout one time. Parallel And turn out 10. Good. Next time you're parallel, bring your carriage home and rest. Give yourself a nice hug. Pull the knees to your chest and let's roll off to the side. I'm going to take my inside leg to the shoulder block, take off the medium blue spring, so I'm left with one heavy red. My left foot is the outside leg. It's on the floor. I'm going to go all the way into my lunge position. Now, if you like to lunge forward, I would encourage you to lunge with your chest up. You can get a bigger stretch all the way through that front line of the body, dropping your tailbone, lifting your sternum, lengthening. Good. Now let's come in and take the right knee, the inside knee, back against the shoulder block and do the same thing. So I'm going to press the carriage out, drop my bottom, drop my tail, lift my sternum. Good. And then let's go to the other side. So we'll step on over. And your inside leg is now your left leg. You're going to push out with that left leg. Keep that chest lifted. Now I'm always like 100% honest. This is like the second time I filmed this class, so I hope it's as good as the first time. The sound, my mic broke, and I thought the sound was okay. And then after I was done, I was like, oh, the mic didn't work at all. And then come all the way in, and then put your knee back and go again. And I listened to it like 5 times, and I'm like, oh, no, I think it's okay. And then my husband's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, oh, no, I need to refilm it. So right now it's nighttime. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I've got an hour here. My daughter's at her writing lesson. We're going to do it again. So I hope you enjoyed it. So come all the way up and you are done. If you've got any questions, comments, I always love to hear from you. Please let me know. If not, thanks so much for working out with me, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.